Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. How is everyone doing this afternoon? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day so far. To God be the glory, great things He have done and He continues to do. So today we are continuing our Exodus journey, and we're not gonna finish until it's finished, right? So let me turn this down so I don't get distracted. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm not going to delay as we're going to continue to read from Exodus 27 to Exodus chapter 30. And then we conclude from there another day. So, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. To God be the glory, great things He have done and He continues to do. Thank you so much. So remember, we've been through a couple topics. Yes, we have been through Exodus 11 from the beginning, Exodus 11, which we introduced the final plague, the death of the firstborn in Egypt. That's it, Exodus 11, as a judgment against Pharaoh and his gods. Then we detail the establishment of Passover, including the instruction for sacrificing a lamb, applying its blood to the doorposts, and eating unleavened bread. And then further explain Passover regulation include the consecration of firstborns and the importance of remembering the Exodus, which is the mass movement out of Egypt. And then we describe the Israelites' flight from Egypt, the Egyptian pursuit, the parting of the Red Sea, and all the Egyptian destruction. So Joshua, hi Joshua, solidifying the Israelites' freedom. Hi Joshua, how are you doing today? And then we concluded with we continue with Exodus from Exodus 15 when they were out. Hi. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Please remember to give a thumbs up, to like, to share, and to subscribe as soon as you come on in. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my Exodus journey. This month is the month of Exodus. We're going through our journey. We're going through all different things in life. So let's go through it together. Welcome, Vinat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we pass through the Red Sea. We celebrate the victory over the Egyptian, and then the holiness of God, the delegation of the authority. And then we continue with the law of social justice and the laws of restitution, and then the laws of justice and mercy, and then the covenant with God, the instruction for building the sanctuary, and then the details of the tabernacle construction. Now we continue with the detail of the construction and the use of various objects. Hi, Gabriel. You understand? So we continue on this journey. I read from Exodus 27, 27, 28, 29, and 34 today. So stick and stay with me as I continue the reading of the holy words. You know, some people don't have the luxury of a Bible. So my main focus here is to read so that someone can get their full understanding of what's going on, or they can listen. If they cannot read, they can listen the word, even though it's all over the place. Persons who are interested, come on, you just going through YouTube and you will see some content, and you go in it and you start to listen. Things grab your ears, so things grab your eyes, and then you just continue to listen. So my main focus is for persons who really don't have the Bible, to get the word and the understanding, or if they have the Bible and they don't have the understanding of it, then maybe this in some way, some sort, will be able to explain what they're reading. So we're going to continue from Exodus chapter 27. And then it goes, and thou shalt make an altar of shittim wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits broad. The altar shall be 4 square, and the height thereof shall be 3 cubits. And thou shalt make the horns of it upon the 4 corners thereof. Its horn shall be of the same, and thou shalt overlay it with brass. And thou shalt make his pans to receive his ashes, and his shovels, and his basins, and his fresh hook, and his fire pans, all the vessels thereof thou shalt make of brass. And thou shalt make for it a grate of network of brass, and upon the net shalt thou make 4 brazen rings in the 4 corners thereof. And thou shalt put it under the compass of the altar beneath, that the net may be even to the midst of the altar. And thou shalt make staves for the altar, staves of shittim wood, and overlay them with brass. And the staff shall be put into the rings, and the staff shall be upon the side of the altar to bear it. Hollowed with boards shalt thou make it, as it was showed thee in the mount, so shall they make of it. And thou shalt make the court of the tabernacle for the south side southward. There shall be hangings for the court of fine twined linen of 100 cubits along for one side. And the 20 pillars thereof and their 20 sockets shall be of brass, and the hooks and the pillars and their fillets shall be of silver. And likewise for the north side in length there shall be hangings of 100 cubits long, and its 20 pillars and their 20 sockets of brass, and the hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver. And for the breadth of the court on the west side shall be hanging of 50 cubits, their pillars 10, and their sockets 10. And the breadth of the court on the east side eastward shall be 50 cubits. The hangings on one side of the gate shall be 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And on the other side shall be hangings 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3. And for the gate of the court shall be an hanging of 20 cubits of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen, wrought with needlework, and their pillars shall be 4, and their sockets 4. All the pillars round about the court shall be filled with silver. Their hooks shall be of silver, and their sockets of brass. And the length of the court shall be 100 cubits, and the breadth 50 everywhere, and the height 5 cubits of fine twined linen, and their sockets of brass. All the vessels of the tabernacle in all the service thereof, and all the pins thereof, and all the pins of the court shall be of brass. And thou shalt command the children of Israel that they bring thee pure oil, olive, beaten for the light, to cause the lamp to burn always. In the tabernacle of the congregation without the veil, which is before the testimony, Aaron and his son shall order it an evening to morning before the Lord. It shall be a statute for ever unto their generation, on the behalf of the children of Israel. So this is the instruction that God has given Moses for him and how to make his sanctuary, what to be done, what to go where, and what to go which other part. So these are the instruction as we continue. These are the instruction of the tabernacle. And all these things that was given unto Moses, this was done. And this was what was, as we continue, be done as we continue. So we reach Exodus 28 and we continue. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother and his sons with him from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons. And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise hearted, whom I fill with the spirit of wisdom, that they may make Aaron's garment to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, an ephod, a robe, and a bordered coat, a mitre, and a girdle. And they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. And they shall take gold and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen, and they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet and fine twined linen, with cunning work. It shall have the two shoulder pieces thereof joined at the two edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together. And the curious girdle of the ephod which is upon it shall be of the same according to the work thereof, even of gold, of blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. And thou shalt take two onyx stones and grave on them the names of the children of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the other 6 names on the rest of the other stone, according to their birth. With the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of the signet, shalt thou engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in ouches of gold. And thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod, for stones of memorial upon the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. And thou shalt make ouches of gold, and 2 chains of pure gold at the ends. A wreathen work shalt thou make them, and fasten the wreathen chains to the ouches. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work. After the work of the ephod thou shalt make it. Of gold, of blue, of purple, and of scarlet, and of twined linen shalt thou make it. 4 score shall be, being doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set it in the settings of stones. The first row shall be a sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This shall be the first row. And the second row shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row a linger, an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold in their inclosings. And the stone shall be with the names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of a signet. Every one with his name shall be according to the 12 tribes. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate chains of the ends wreathen work of pure gold. And thou shalt make upon the breastplate 2 rings of gold, and shalt put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate. And thou shalt put the 2 wreathen chains of gold in the 2 rings which are on the ends of the breastplate. And the other 2 of the 2 wreathen chains thou shalt fasten in the 2 ouches, and put them on the shoulder piece of ephod before it. And thou shalt make 2 rings of gold, and thou shalt put them upon the 2 ends of the breastplate in the border thereof, which is in the side of the ephod inward. And 2 other rings of gold shalt thou make, and put them on the 2 sides of the ephod underneath, toward the forepart thereof, over against the other coupling thereof, above the curious girdle of the ephod. And they shall bind the breastplate by the rings thereon, unto the rings of the ephod with a lace of blue, that it may be above the curious girdle of the ephod, and that the breastplate be not loose from the ephod. And Aaron shall bear the names of the children of Israel in the breastplate of judgment upon his heart, when he goeth in unto the holy place, for a memorial before the Lord continually. And thou shalt put in the breastplate of judgment the Urim and the Thummim, and they shall be upon Aaron's heart, when he goeth in before the Lord. And Aaron shall bear the judgment of the children of Israel upon his heart before the Lord continually. And thou shalt make the robe of the ephod of all blue, and there shall be a hole in the top of it. In the midst thereof it shall have a binding of woven work round about the whole of it, as it were the whole of an habergeon, that it may be not rent. And beneath upon the hem of it thou shalt make pomegranates of blue and of purple and of scarlet round about the hem thereof, and bells of gold between them round about. A golden bell and a pomegranate, a golden bell and a pomegranate upon the hem of the robe round about. Hi, Auntie Betty. And it shall be upon Aaron to minister, and his sound shall be heard when he goeth in under the holy place before the Lord, and when he cometh out, that he die not. And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, and engrave upon it, like the engravers of a signet, holiness unto the Lord. And thou shalt put it on a blue lace, that it may be upon the mitre, upon the forefront of the mitre it shall be, and it shall be Aaron's forearm, upon Aaron's forehead. Thank you, sweetie. And Aaron may bear the iniquity of the holy things, with the children of Israel shall hallow in all their holy gifts, and it shall be always upon his forehead, that they may be accepted before the Lord. And thou shalt remember, and thou shalt embroider the coat of the linen, and thou shalt make the mitre of fine linen, and thou shalt make the girdle of needlework. And for Aaron's son thou shalt make coats, and thou shalt make for them girdles, and bonnets shalt thou make for them, for glory and for beauty. And thou shalt put them upon Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him, and shall anoint them, and consecrate them, and sanctify them, that they may minister unto me in the priest office. And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness. From the lions even unto the thighs they shall reach. And they shall be upon Aaron and upon his sons when they come in unto the tabernacle of the congregation, or when they come near unto the altar to minister in the holy place, that they bear not iniquity and die. It shall be a statute forever unto him and his seed after him. So these are all the things that God told Moses when he went upon the mountain to get the instruction. And so these are all that he have to follow. So after I'm finished reading, then we get the summary. All right. So we are at Exodus 29. Sorry about that. 29. And this is the thing that thou shalt do unto them, to all of them, to minister unto me in the priest office. Take one young bullock and 2 rams without blemish, and unleavened bread, and cakes unleavened, tempered with oil, and wafers unleavened, anointed with oil, of wheaten flour shalt thou make them. And thou shalt put them into one basket, and bring them in the basket with the bullock and the 2 rams. And Aaron and his son thou shalt bring unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and shalt wash them with water. And thou shalt take the garments, and put on upon Aaron the coat, and the robe of the ephod, and the breastplate, and gird him with the curious girdle of the ephod. And thou shalt put the mitre upon his head, and put the holy crown upon the mitre. Then shalt thou take the anointing oil, and pour it upon his head, and anoint him. And thou shalt bring his sons, and put coats upon them, and thou shalt gird them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and put the bonnets on them, and the priest's office shall be theirs for a perpetual statute. and thou shalt consecrate Aaron and his sons. And thou shalt cause a bullock to be brought before the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron and his sons shall put their hands upon the head of the bullock, and thou shalt kill the bullock before the Lord by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And thou shalt take of the blood of the bullock and put it upon the horns of the altar with thy finger, and pour out all the blood beside the bottom of the altar. And thou shalt take all the fat that covereth the inwards, and the caul that is above the liver, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and burn them upon the altar. But the flesh of the bullock and his skin and his dung shalt thou burn with fire without the camp. It is a sin offering. I, my brother Permanent, welcome to my reading. Welcome to my Exodus journey, brother. Welcome. Thou shalt also take one ram, and Aaron and his son shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. And thou shalt slay the ram, and thou shalt take his blood, and sprinkle it round about upon the altar. And thou shalt cut the ram in pieces, and wash the inwards of him and his legs, and put them unto his pieces and unto his heads. And thou shalt burn the whole ram upon the altar. It is a burnt offering unto the Lord. It is a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the other ram, and Aaron and his son shall put their hands upon the head of the ram. Then shalt thou kill the ram. Hey, JD, welcome, my sister, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome, my sister. Then shalt thou kill the ram, and take of his blood, and put it upon the tip of the right ear of Aaron, and upon the tip of the right ear of his son, and upon the thumb of their right hand, and upon the great toe of their right foot, and sprinkle the blood upon the altar round about them. And thou shalt take of the blood that is upon the altar, and of the anointing oil, and sprinkle it upon Aaron, and upon his garments, and upon his sons, and upon the garments of his sons with him, and he shall be hallowed, and his garments, and his son, and his son's garments with him. Also thou shalt take of the ram the fat of the rump, and the fat that covereth the inwards, and the caul above the liver, and the two kidneys, and the fat that is upon them, and the right shoulder, for it is a ram of consecration. And one loaf of bread, and one cake of oil bread, and one wafer out of the basket of the unleavened bread that is before the Lord. And thou shalt put all the hands of Aaron, put it, and thou shalt put all in the hands of Aaron, and in the hands of his sons, and shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. And thou shalt receive them of their hands, and burn them upon the altar for a burnt offering, for a sweet savor before the Lord. It's an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And thou shalt take the breast of the rams of Aaron's consecration, and wave it for a wave offering before the Lord, and it shall be thy part. And thou shalt sanctify the breast of the wave offering, and the shoulder of the heave offering, which is waved and which is heaved up, and of the ram of the consecration, even of that which is of Aaron, and of that which is of his sons. And it shall be Aaron's and his sons by a statute forever from the children of Israel. For it is an eve offering, and it shall be an eve offering from the children of Israel of the sacrifice of their peace offering, even their eve offering unto the Lord. And the holy garments of Aaron shall be of his sons after him, to be anointed thereon, and to be consecrated in them. And that son that is priest in his stead shall put them on 7 days, when he cometh into the tabernacle of the congregation to minister in the holy place. And thou shalt take the ram of the consecration, and seethe his flesh in the holy place. And Aaron and his son shall eat the flesh of the ram, and the bread that is in the basket, by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And they shall eat those things with where it with the atonement was made, to consecrate and to sanctify them. But a stranger shall not eat thereof, because they are holy. And if aught the flesh of the consecration or of the bread remain unto the morning, then thou shalt burn the remainder with fire. It shall not be eaten, because it is holy. And thus shalt thou do unto Aaron and to his sons, according to all that things which I've commanded thee. 7 days shalt thou consecrate them, and thou shalt offer every day a bullock for a sin offering for atonement. And thou shalt cleanse the altar when thou hast made an atonement for it, and thou shalt anoint it to sanctify it. Thank you, my sister. 7 days thou shalt make an atonement for the altar, and sanctify it, and it shall be an altar most holy. Whatsoever toucheth the altar shall be holy. Now this is that which thou shalt offer upon the altar: 2 lambs of the first year, day by day continually. The one lamb thou shalt offer in the morning, and the other lamb thou shalt offer at evening. And with the one lamb a tenth deal of flour mingled with fourth part of an hin of beaten oil, and the fourth part of an hin of wine for a drink offering. And the other lamb thou shalt offer at evening, and thou shalt do thereto according to the meat offering of the morning, and according to the drink offering thereof, for a sweet savor, an offering made by fire unto the Lord. This shall be continual burnt offering throughout your generation at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord, where I will meet you and speak there unto thee. And there I will meet with the children of Israel, and the tabernacle shall be sanctified by my glory. And I will sanctify the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar. I will sanctify also both Aaron and his sons to minister to me in the priest's office. And I will dwell among the children of Israel, and I will be their God. And they shall know that I am the Lord their God, that brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, that I may dwell among them. I am the Lord their God. Glory be to God. So this is the 29th verse, the consecration ceremony for Aaron and his son. And as we enter the 30th chapter, we continue. This one explains the incense at the altar, the census tax, and the bronze basin. So we're going to read chapter 30 and then we stop there for today. So normally I read 4 chapters for the day and we continue until that book is finished. So we're chapter Exodus 30 for today. We stop. And thou shalt make an altar to burn incense upon, of shittim wood shalt thou make it. A cubit shall be the length thereof, and a cubit of the breadth thereof. 4 square shall it be, and 2 cubits shall it be the height thereof. The horns thereof shall be of the same. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, the top thereof and the sides thereof round about, and the horns thereof, and thou shalt make unto it a crown of gold round about. And 2 golden rings shalt thou make to it under the crown of it. By the 2 corners thereof, upon the 2 sides of it, shalt thou make it, and they shall be for places for the staff to bear it withal. And thou shalt make the staffs of shittim wood, and overlay them with gold. And thou shalt put it before the veil that is by the ark of the testimony, before the mercy seat that is over the testimony, where I will meet with thee. And Aaron shall burn thereon sweet incense every morning. When he dresseth the lamps, he shall burn incense upon it. And when Aaron lighteth the lamps at even, he shall burn incense upon it, a perpetual incense before the Lord throughout your generations. He shall offer no strange incense thereon, nor burnt sacrifice, nor meat offering, neither shall he pour drink offering thereon. And Aaron shall make an atonement upon the horns of it once in a year with the blood of the sin offerings of atonements. Once in the year shall he make atonement upon it throughout your generation. It is most holy unto the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, When thou takest the sum of the children of Israel after their number, then shall they give every man a ransom for his soul unto the Lord. When thou numberest them, that there be no plague among them when thou numberest them. This they shall give every one that passeth among them that are numbered, half a shekel after the shekel of the sanctuary. A shekel is 20 gerahs, and half shekel shall be the offering of the Lord. Every one that passeth among them that are numbered, from 20 years old and above, shall give an offering unto the Lord. The rich shall not give more, and the poor shall not give less than half a shekel, when they give an offering unto the Lord to make an atonement for their soul. And thou shalt take the atonement money of the children of Israel, and shall appoint it for the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, that it may be a memorial unto the children of Israel before the Lord, to make an atonement for their souls. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Thou shalt also make a laver of brass, and his foot also of brass, to wash withal, and thou shalt put it between the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar, and thou shalt put water therein. For Aaron and his sons shall wash their hands and their feet thereat. When they go into the tabernacle of the congregation, they shall wash with water, that they die not. For when they come near to the altar to minister, to burn offering made by fire unto the Lord, so shall they wash their hands and their feet, and they shall die not. And it shall be a statute for them that are them, even to them, and is seed throughout their generation. Moreover, the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take thou also unto thee principal spices and pure myrrh, 500 shekels of sweet cinnamon, of so much, even 250 shekels, and of sweet calamus 250 shekel, and of cassia 500 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary, and of oil and an oil. And thou shalt make it an oil of an holy atonement of ointment compound after the part of the apothecary. It shall be an holy anointing oil. And thou shalt anoint the tabernacle of the congregation therewith, and the ark of the testimony, and the table of all his vessels, and the candlestick and his vessels, and the altar of incense, and the altar of burnt offering with all his vessels, and the laver on his foot. And thou shalt sanctify them, and they may be most holy. Whatsoever toucheth them shall be holy. And thou shalt anoint Aaron and his sons, and consecrate them, that they may minister unto me the priest's office. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, They shall be an holy anointing oil unto me throughout your generation. Upon Upon man flesh shall it not be poured, neither shall he make any other like it, after the composition of it. It is holy, and it shall be holy unto you. Whosoever compounded any like it, or whosoever putteth any of it upon a stranger, shall even be cut off from his people. And the Lord said unto Moses, Take unto these sweet spices, stas and onsha and galbam, these sweet spices with pure frankincense, of each shall there be a like weight. And thou shalt make it a perfume, a confection after the art of the apothecary, tempered together, pure and holy. And thou shalt beat some of the very small, and put it before the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation, where I will meet with thee. It shall be unto you most holy. And as for the perfume which thou shalt make, You shall not make to yourself according to the composition thereof. It shall be unto the holy for the Lord. And we're at the 38th verse, and this is where we conclude. Whosoever shall make like unto that, to smell thereto, shall even be cut off from his people. Glory be to God. So we thank God for his word and for his goodness. So we stop at verse 30 today. Tomorrow I will start a little bit earlier so we don't get distracted and the noise is not here. So we talk a little bit, we start a little bit earlier tomorrow. So this is the summary of all that I read. The detailed construction and use of the various objects and practices with the Jewish tabernacle include the altar, the courtyard, and the priest's garments and the consecration. Specifically, they are covered the building of the altar, the structure of the tabernacle, the courtyard, the use of oil for the lamp, and the creation of priestly garments, the consecration of priests, and the use of the oil and the incense. So Exodus 27 and to chapter from Exodus chapter 27 to chapter 30 focus, as I said before, on the detailed instruction for building the tabernacle, the courtyard, and the altar of burnt offering and the oil in the lamp. So these are all the things. So the altar is for burnt offering. Its section provides specific instruction for the constructing of the bronze altar, a central element of the tabernacle and a place of sacrifice and atonement. So the courtyard, this part describes the construction of the tabernacle's outer courtyard, which define the boundaries of the sacred space and emphasize the need for purity and separation in approaching God. The oil for the lampstand concludes with instruction for the pure olive oil needed to keep the lamp burning continually in the tent of meeting, symbolizing God's perpetual presence and guidance. So we conclude today with all of that. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What else did I not say? Oh, I was just refreshing on where we are. So we started from, I think it's chapter 11. Chapter 11, where God met when Moses was born. Oh, we start from the beginning when Moses was born and his mother put him in the basket and put him in the water because Pharaoh was going around killing male child because too much, they said too much was there and he did not want them to be too much so they can overtake them. So he was killing them out. So Moses' mother hid him. She hid him and put him where Pharaoh's daughter was coming to wash herself. And we started from there till he killed a Hebrew man and he ran away from Egypt, went and he met Jethro's daughter, and he was accepted in the family. And then one day when he was out with the flock, he met God in a burning bush. And then it continues. God said, I need you. I hear my people crying out from Egypt. They are groaning and they're murmuring. They're groaning for help. I'm going to help them, but I need you to help. So we're going to continue tomorrow where we left off. We continue with the Exodus movement out of Egypt. You guys have a wonderful day today. Be blessed, be blessed, be blessed as we continue. Be good. If you can't be good, don't do anything at all. God be with you. Let the peace of God that surpasses all understanding be with you now and forever. And God's people say, what the heck is on my mouth? Oh, no. And God's people say, Amen. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Have a wonderful day. And be blessed.